Good morning, Christopher. How are you today?
I'm just doing quite fine.
So how are things going with the chickens?
There is really great progress, and the community is just filled with joy since it's their first time to have such type of business. And just for your own information, Palombe district where we are has a 400,000 population. And people, they do keep chickens, but want their household about 5 or 10 chickens. But it is for the first time to have 600 chickens at one place. And we are dreaming that we will approach our government of Malawi such that they may link us to other market, like the ShopRite, the People's Shop, the big shops in Malawi, such that they can be able to buy our eggs and the chickens as well. So you have left a great joy in Malawi and season joy.
That is so cool, Chris. So you're saying that nowhere else in your whole district has a production like what we've built there in these two villages?
Nobody, we do buy chickens in Blantyre City, which is about 50 kilometers away from us.
It's a 3-hour drive there by car.
Yes. It's just
Wow.
because people can't manage to buy the feeds. The feeds are just very expensive.
So we're really building a local economy. I mean, something brand new.
Yes, you are promoting the economy of Malawi, whereby people our earning income is less $1 per day. But with this chicken coops, we are dreaming that our earning income will move from the $1 per day, even if to $5 per day, such that people will be economically empowered.
Wow. Oh, it's so exciting, Chris, and we're so glad that we get to be a part of it. It's just amazing to me that no other operation like this exists than what Fresh Ministries has built. So hopefully we'll continue building it up, and hopefully you can get connected to the government, and we can see that grow even further.
Yes, thank you.
But
That's our plan.
I want to ask you another question today. I know that in addition to all of this work, we've also done leadership training in Malawi, and you've been doing church planting. After I came two and a half years ago, and I did a training. Then there's been church planting since then. How has that gone?
Wow, there is a great, fantastic work in Malawi about the spiritual leadership. You trained about 200 leaders in Malawi, and as of now, we have covered about 5 districts. When I mention the district, there is the Palombe district, Mulanje district, Zomba district, Blantyre district, Chilazuro district. It was a training that targeted one district, but through Fresh Ministries International, we have managed to establish other Fresh Ministries International in many districts in Malawi, as well as Mozambique in the Zambezia province. And for your own information, for on my own as a pastor, I have managed to establish 30 churches. The moment I met with you, we had only 5 churches. But through spiritual leadership, through the spiritual leadership whereby you equipped me and empowered me on spiritual leadership, I started another new way of leading the church. And through my new way of leadership, it has attracted a lot of people to be part and parcel of the ministry I'm doing here in Malawi. Thank you.
Wow. Praise God. That's awesome, Chris. That's fantastic.
Yes.
And the other people we've trained as well. There have also been some more churches planted. So you've got 30, you've gone from 5 to 30 now. Have other churches been planted by other leaders?
And for your own information, almost 50% of the pastors who attended the spiritual leadership, they are now planting more churches. And the other 50%, their churches are just being strengthened, such that in the past there was a disagreement, the pastor and the members as well as the elders, but through the spiritual leadership, there is a harmony, unity, peace, working together. People are supporting the vision of their pastor, and there is a great love which has just emerged. People are loving one another because of the spiritual leadership.
That makes my heart happy to hear, Chris. That's wonderful. We thank God that he worked through the training and has continued to work through that training.
Amen.
So, well, thank you so much for what you're doing down there.
Just for your own information, we have planted a church in Planter City of Malawi, the commercial city of Malawi. And one of the pastor whom you trained at the conference in Palombe district is the one whom I praised to lead that church. And that church is growing using the spiritual leadership skills he got during the training. And the church is growing there. So we are very thankful for the support you gave us, because through Fresk Ministries, we established the Bible school. And we have been using the materials for the spiritual leadership, whereby about 30 people were trained and graduated, and about 15 of them, they are on church planting mission here in Malawi and Mozambique. And there is a great joy to us. We feel the presence of God. We feel peace in our heart. We feel to see that the church is growing beyond our expectation, just because of Fresk Ministries, the training you gave us. It is so profitable and for producing many good fruits.
Wow, that's super. Blantyre, of course, as you mentioned, is the economic capital. It's a very strategic city. How many people are going to the church now that you planted there?
In Blantyre, so far, we have 75 members.
Okay, fantastic.
75 members within just a period of 9 months.
75 members.
75 members. And we started spiritual leadership training, whereby we are talking of 75 members, and we have 40 pastors who are part and parcel of FMI, whom we are training them on spiritual leadership. And on themselves, they are also multiplying the churches.
That's fantastic. And you've got the Bible school going as well, and you're training more new leaders that weren't even at the training 2 years ago, which is, I commend you for that.
Yes.
So, well, hopefully we'll get to come again at some point and do some follow-up training, but it sounds like you've got it all under control and you're doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the word of encouragement.
Well, we'll be praying for you now, and it's been great seeing you these weeks, and we look forward to seeing more things God's going to do in Malawi.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.